Hello, I'm some random streamer and I've been streaming with social anxiety for about 2 years now. 2023 has been an interesting year. According to my Twitch recap, I gained 73 followers and somehow people watched 783 hours of this. Given that kind of quality entertainment, it is no wonder that I was in the top 10% in these 5 categories. Or at least that is what I hope it means. However, looking at my stream tags, I'm streaming not just to showcase my epic gamer skills, but also because I want to overcome my social anxiety. And in that regard, this year has been rather a disappointment. Although I manage to stream often, and games that I enjoy, as well as posting some YouTube videos, I did procrastinate a lot and decided to hide behind my fears as well. Instead of posting several videos and doing things I wanted to do, I did not. While my streaming saw some improvements throughout the year, like a new chat box and an outro, it fell short of things I had planned. Now, with another year lost to being afraid and procrastinating, I had a choice. Either I try to half-ass things again and quickly release the videos I wanted to release on the last day of the year, or I make sure to release them in the way I wanted to release them, with proper care, instead of rushing them to meet an arbitrary deadline after failing to release them within a reasonable time. I also did not start streaming just for myself. I wanted to be an example of that it can be worth it to overcome one's fears. However, instead of meeting that goal, I spent this entire year just mostly hiding behind those same fears that I wanted to overcome. And now this year, although it can be seen as a fallacy, I want to do things better and start off doing things better as well. And while many people know the feeling of trying to prep talk oneself into doing things right, perhaps standing in front of a mirror or just talking to oneself in many aspects, many of us also know that when you do it, your biggest motivation only lies within the moment of when you talk to yourself instead of just doing it. And it's quite sad that so many people have so much potential, so much they could do, but for whatever reason, but for one reason or another they just waste it. Be it either being too lazy to do it, or too unable to do it, or just simply forgetting of what they could or want to accomplish. And this time, instead of just thinking about what I could do, instead of just thinking how cool it would be to accomplish certain things, how cool it would be to overcome certain things, this year I want to actually start doing it. And while I've failed doing so for several years now, and while for most of my life I rather saw the idea of dying as a neat outlook, I feel like this time it's perhaps better to at least try than to just rot away. So this year I will at the very least try to accomplish things that I set out to do. Try to improve streaming, finally fix my microphone, do better things, release more video series, and at least this year I want to seriously try to accomplish the things that I wanted to do. To release videos on time, to properly cut them, to not just say things but also do them, to not just think that something would be cool or neat or an accomplishment, but to actually do it. And while this might seem like a New Year's resolution which might go nowhere, at least this time I can sort of try to hold myself accountable by posting a YouTube video. So if by this time next year I won't have at the very least improved streaming, put out several videos, and been an example for overcoming social anxiety, or at the very least trying to, and maybe motivated a few people to try to better themselves as well. Then you can call me cringe. So, let's see how things go and try things out.